Hey guys, welcome back to another T.Q.K.O video, and this is the first time I've been doing a tutorial magic trick in a while. I know I've been doing some tech reviews here and there. I haven't posted in a couple months or so let's go back to the basics, teach you guys another cool magic trick. Now this trick I normally like doing whenever I have a Sharpie and a pack of cards. Those are the only two things you need. And this is a really killer trick. It's a great opener trick, great way to make friends, stuff like that. So yeah. Okay, so for this trick, all you will need is a pack of cards and a Sharpie. So before the trick starts, the magician is gonna write a prediction of the card any way they want. They can write on the back of the deck box, but normally what I like to do is write on the back of my hand because that creates more of a psychic connection. So I'm gonna write it real quickly. I think it's gonna be that card, and we don't need the Sharpie anymore for this trick. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the cards and we're gonna shuffle them just like any normal magic trick, because you always gotta give the cards a good shuffle. And now we can go through the cards and you can ask the spectator to say stop whenever you want. And let's say they say stop right there, and we're gonna look at the card that the spectator picked. Make sure the magician does not see this card. So that's your card, guys. Now I'm gonna put everything back in the middle. Now, the deck was shuffled, you had a complete choice of a random card, and before you even chose the card, I wrote a prediction on the back of my hand. Now, I'm gonna reveal the prediction to you. Is this the card you chose? The 8 of clubs? No? You sure? Here, let's talk about this story I had back in a while ago. So, in Los Angeles, I met this old magician dude who was retiring in a couple of years, and he told me one of his long-time secrets about a really nice riddle. The riddle was, what was the hardest thing to move in the earth? I explained probably like a black hole or something really heavy. But no, he said that the hardest thing to move was ink. Because first of all, it says permanent marker right there. That's one reason. Oh my god, I got permanent marker on my finger. Anyways, not related. But anyways, you can see, even if you get permanent marker on your finger, just like right there, it gets stuck on there forever, and it takes a long time to get it off. So that's one of the hardest things to move in the world. But of course, as we were both magician pals, we knew something that most people don't, that we had the ability to change things that other people couldn't. So now, I want you to tell me honestly, what was your card? Your card was the 3 of clubs? Here, watch this. I think if we do a little bit of magic, we can rub my magic prediction. And now as you can see, the once immovable ink now reads the 3 of clubs. And this time, you can let the spectator rub it. No matter how much they rub it, this will not move. You can see, you just magically made it move, and now it no longer moves. It's just stuck there. You can rub it as hard as you can. You're gonna have that 3 of clubs stuck on your hand for a while. So yeah, if you're feeling a bit ambitious, you can even probably get away with writing the number on the spectator's hand. But of course, I don't have a spectator with me right now, so this is the best I got. So yeah, let's get into how you do that trick. Let's get on to the first part of the trick. How did I write a prediction down, and how did the prediction change? Well, obviously, as you can see right here, this is a Sharpie. When you draw a Sharpie on your skin, and you let it dry for a little bit, it literally won't come off. You can literally take a shower, take a bath, and it literally does not rub off. Later in the video, there is a trick to get it off, but you're gonna have to do something weird, but that's not what the point is. The point is, the Sharpie does not come off. So how did the prediction change? Well, the real secret is you don't use a Sharpie at all. So what I did is I took a dry erase marker, and here's my mini Sharpie. This may look like a normal Sharpie, but actually I took the tip off and I replaced it with a dry erase marker. So if I get a wide erase board or something like that, I don't have a wide erase board on me, but we have some packing tape right here, right? So this is actually a dry erase marker. All you have to do is to take some pliers or something like that, and you can pull off the tip and replace it with a dry ink marker. And now as you can see, when you write it on your skin or on a whiteboard marker like this, it's dry erase, so you can just wipe it off just like that. I'll show it on my skin. Here's a dry erase marker. Here's like a 6 or something. And now we can just wipe it off real easily. Sharpie on the other hand does not come off your hand just as easily. So what you have to do before the trick or during the trick, you have to somehow write part of the prediction with a Sharpie and part of it with a dry erase marker. So if you're doing it on a spectator's hand, this may be a bit tricky. You may have to use a stamp or something like that, but this is why many people choose to write on the deck box. The trick to doing it the deck box is to keep this plastic wrap around. So what you can do, you can choose any number you want, but you have to choose a number that can look like another number. I'll explain that in a second. So this is the real Sharpie. We're gonna write down the card, which is the 3 of clubs. Pretty easy. And we can let that dry or not, your choice. Just like that. And now, with the dry erase marker, you complete it and make it look like an 8. Like that. So now, it looks like it's the 8 of clubs, but half of the 8 is from a dry erase marker and half of the 8 is from a Sharpie. So if you wipe it off, you can see now the card revealed is the 3 of clubs. So let's just refix that with this dry erase marker. I know this may be slightly confusing because this is obviously says Sharpie, but the thing is you can see the tip of it. This one's a dull tip, this one's a sharp tip. It's pretty easy. You just have to take a pliers, again, as I mentioned before. You can either cut it off or something, cut off the tip, replace it with the dry erase marker. So now you will have a trick Sharpie. I normally like using Sharpie minis because it helps me distinguish the difference between a real Sharpie and a fake Sharpie. Anyways, that's not the point. Now, let me make this a bit nicer. You have a prediction. This is the prediction. It's the 8 of clubs, but actually it's a 3 of clubs. Half of it's dry erase, half of it's Sharpie. If you guys are worried about being able to tell the difference or not, you can see it literally looks like a normal 8. You can even do it on your skin, which is another way to do it. The issue with doing it on a deck box is sometimes the Sharpie may actually wipe off the saran wrap because this thing is really easy to get ink off. So that's why I like to doing it on the skin, because then it's stuck there forever. And yeah. Some people don't like writing on their skin, ink poisoning, stuff like that, but I'm fine with it, stuff like that. So yeah, I recommend doing it on a surface that which the Sharpie does not come off, because if you rub this hard enough, if you give out the deck box to your spectators and they rub it hard enough, the Sharpie will come off because of how smooth and slippery this thing is. But on your skin, there's no way of it coming off, and even better on a spectator's skin. I'll explain how to do that later. But now, here's the question. I already knew the card was the 3 of clubs. How did I know the card was the 3 of clubs even after shuffling the deck and such? Well, first of all, if you do a bridge shuffle, you'll notice, let's say we want to keep this card, the 7 of diamonds, on the bottom. We can shuffle the deck, and the 7 of diamonds still remains on the bottom. We can do that again, right? All you have to do is to make sure to drop the 7 of cards before you start shuffling. So drop the 7 of clubs, and then shuffle like that. 7 of diamonds. So now as you can see, the 7 of diamonds is always on the bottom. So you can even do an overhand shuffle, now it's on the top, do another overhand shuffle, now it's on the bottom. So all you have to do is to keep the chosen card on the bottom. In this case, it's the 3 of clubs, so we're gonna look for that card. Okay, 3 of clubs, perfecto. And now we have, now we have the 3 of clubs. So now, we're gonna do something called the Hindu shuffle. 2 good reasons why about the Hindu shuffle. One way is because this is a great way to force a card. It's really easy, no sleight of hand is required. Second of all, the way you grip it, one of your cards you show, one of the hands you show the back of the hand, and the other hand you don't show the back of the hand. So you can hide the prediction, and you don't even have to reveal you wrote down a prediction. You can just say you wrote a prediction beforehand. So the nice thing about this is it's really easy to hide the prediction right on the back of your hand if you're doing that, or if you're right on the deck box, but that just varies from person to person. Now, you can take the cards and you're gonna do this. You're gonna take the cards and you're gonna pull cards off the top of the deck. I'm gonna try to do this as cleanly as I can. You can see, I'm pulling cards off the top of the deck. However, the bottom card is still staying there. You can take this. You can either do it like this, like an overhand shuffle, or you can do it vertically. I like doing it vertically because it looks more legit. Then, no matter where they stop, you can see it's always the 3 of clubs. That's pretty cool, isn't it? And they can say stop whenever you want. It creates the false sense that they get a free choice. Then once the card is chosen, the trick works by itself. Talk about predictions, make up a story or whatever. But then bring the prediction, pretend you messed up the trick, then talk about ink moving or some other fun story, and then just wipe it off. Oh, okay. Here's a tip I've been wiping off. You kind of want sweaty hands or warm hands, so rub them together a bit. Then, you can even just wipe it off with your thumb. And now you can see we have the 3 of clubs. You can do this with a number of variations, such as the 5 of clubs. You can do it with 5 and 8. You know what I mean? Like you can make a 5 you can draw a 5 right here, right? And now the 5 can look like the 8 if you do it right. So there's a you don't have to choose the 3, you don't have to choose the 8, but it's just, I choose the 3 and 8 because it's easy. You can do it with other ones, but yeah, anything works. Now here's the trick. What if you want to get this off the saran wrap? No, normally it's not that much, but I did mention that it can come off on special occasions. Well, here's the thing. Many people know this trick, but if you get Sharpie stuck on a whiteboard or something, you can normally cover it with dry erase. This is the dry erase marker. And if you take a napkin or just your hand, I'm gonna use a napkin because I've gotten my hands dirty too much. You can see, now the entire thing comes off. So the issue with doing this is if you draw a 5 or something, and then you cover it up with an 8, and you try wiping off the entire thing, the entire thing's gonna go off. But however, on the hand, this doesn't happen. So you can do it on the hand. But if you're doing it on this saran wrap thing, you gotta be careful. Make sure you use a 3 and an 8, because that's the only way this trick is gonna work. If you do a 5 and 8, if you do 5 and 8, you're gonna have to cover up the 5 a bit because the edges are too sharp. Therefore, it's gonna wipe off the entire thing. So keep in mind, if you're doing this on a whiteboard or some smooth surface, you're gonna have to be careful that the dry erase marker and the permanent marker don't overlap. Also, also you can theoretically get it off the skin if you put enough dry erase marker, but you have to put a ton to get it off, and it doesn't even get off that much, it just makes it weaker. So if it's on the skin, you're pretty much fine. No matter how hard you rub it, the prediction is still gonna be there, and it's still gonna be an amazing trick you can tell your friends. So yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm not sure if everything was in focus or not, because my lens kind of sucks. You can see it's this close, it doesn't focus because the lens aperture, too bad. Woo, that looks better. I don't know. Do you guys like this wide angle or do you guys like this tight angle? I don't know, maybe I should have done the trick with the wide angle, but now it's too late to do it because I already finished filming. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Jerry Zoo or Tony Quill. Tony Quill is my preferred allies for magic tricks, and yeah, subscribe, like, do whatever you want. Sorry I haven't posted in a long while, but hope you guys enjoyed the trick, and peace out.